companies. Take it away.
Well, that's right. The Supreme Court verdict actually was a blow for the mining companies. And mining companies, yes, they were down, but they didn't get knocked out. And that was something that was encouraging, because what the Supreme Court said, that the state governments, via royalty, via taxes, they can go ahead and levy taxes both retrospectively as well as on a prospective basis. So initially, people were very, very nervous because of the retrospective part of it. And if it was on the retrospective part of it, and if it had to be paid immediately, it would be a large proportion. If you look at the contingent liability as a percentage of the EBITDA for FY24, well, it would be very, very large. But the Supreme Court's verdict gave some hope, because there were a couple of clauses that they put in. They said that the payments can be staggered over the next 12 years. They also said that the states will not impose penalties or tax for past demands, which was encouraging. So because of this 12-year clause, well, the impact didn't look that much. For Tata Steel, they already made a contingent liability of around 17,350 crores. Now they'll be paying that over the next 12 years or so. And we have Phillip Capital that's put in a number very, very marginal in comparison to what their target price was. Similar is the case with SAIL. They had marked a contingent liability of around 3,000 crores, but it has to be paid over a long time. So the impact is very, very limited on the target price. NMDC as well, they had put out a contingent liability of around 4,400 crores, but it could be passed through as well, and it will have to be paid over the next few years. So some part of that will be pushed through to its clients. In all, this number, though they were looking big initially, but in fact, if they're going to be given time, then it doesn't look very, very big. And similar is the case with regard to NALCO. So all these numbers that came out post it, it appeared big, but because that concession was given of around 12 years odd, the impact is not that much. On a prospective basis, what about it? Well, we already had Jharkhand post the Supreme Court verdict in July itself. They went ahead and they tinkered with the rates. They increased the rates on coal and iron ore, on bauxite as well as manganese ore. And now the state believes that the other states as well, Maharashtra and other states, they will follow the way of Jharkhand. That is, don't increase taxes by that much, because otherwise, it doesn't become very, very viable for those companies. So that's why Phillip Capital, they've quantified it. They say that at most, most of these companies will have to incur only 1 to around 3% of the total cost of production. For steel companies, it could be a little bit higher hit, 400 to around 500 rupees approximately. But for aluminum companies, it won't be that large. All in all, it appears that, yes, this Supreme Court verdict that came in on the mining companies, it was a knock at them, but it wasn't a knockout. So that's why the street did buy into that news, in fact, in Friday's trading session. Nilesh, let me get your comment on this particular case. Everyone was dreading it, but it seems now that, in fact, the outcome isn't that bad, because these taxes will be levied retrospectively, but they've given them timing. And also, Jharkhand government, they have shown the way. They've increased